Each raised a black glove fist as they received their medals in solidarity with the Black Panther movement that argued for civil rights and self-defense in the 1960s and 1970s. They were shoeless, wearing only black socks to represent black poverty. Peter Norman, a silver medalist from Australia, wore an Olympic Project for Human Rights badge along with Smith and Carlos in support of their protest. It remains one of the most vivid Olympic images, a picture once never seen, never forgotten. It was a courageous, nonviolent protest, benign but impassioned, distant. They meant to bring further attention to civil rights issues, to give pride to African Americans, and they succeeded. But the reaction was swift as it was negative.
Many whites were mad at us. They saw our bowed heads as being disrespectful to the American flag. They mistakenly saw our clenched fists as support to the Black Panthers. And there was this Chicago columnist named Brent Musburger called us, the black-skinned stormtroopers. It got bad. Not only did they kick us off the relays, they kicked us out the Olympic Village altogether. And when we got home, I couldn't find a job. I did everything. I went everywhere. I couldn't feed my family. My family received many, many death threats. Everything I did was a failure. It's like everyone hated me. I had no job. I had no food. I had no money. It was hard. Couldn't feed my baby and my wife. Oh. I couldn't even buy my wife a dress.
The Olympic Committee, they punished me. When I got back to Australia, the media, they criticized me. After that, 5 times I qualified for the 200 meter, and 15 times I qualified for the 100 meter. But the Australian team, they still wouldn't take me as a member of the 1972 Olympic team. That was the first year ever that no Australian sprint team made it to the Olympics.
There are still death threats. Because of the Olympics, my brothers were immediately discharged from the military. I couldn't even find a decent job. I was working as a security guard and a bouncer. I get minimum wage, then go to Vegas hoping to make some money just to feed my family. We had to chop up the kids' beds and our furniture just to stay warm. My first wife, she's now deceased. She took her life because she couldn't take the pressure for what had happened in the Olympics. I never felt so hated and alone in my whole life.
These men stood up for civil rights. Smith has been reported as saying, they assumed this pose at the Olympics because I don't know what else to do except hold my hands up like in church. You praise God with your hands up in church, with your head bowed in pose. When asked if these 3 men would do it again, they all said,
Yes, we would.